Good morning, Nigerians. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever you are across the globe. Jackson Lekon Ojo is my name. I'm operating on Jackson Security Networks. Please, I've always said, you should advise me with your comment in case if I'm going somewhere wrong. I'm not an island of knowledge, and I am not an island of wisdom as well. Though I appreciate God that He has given me knowledge and wisdom and understanding, but then there are a lot of billions of persons across the globe that are better than I do. Subscribe to my channel for the purpose of correcting me. Part of what I'm doing. I did a video about 3 days ago, and I wouldn't want to mention the topic of my discussion was on almost all the television stations in Nigeria yesterday. Exactly, it's like a copyright. I'm happy about that. Yes, this morning I've come with an issue that has a lot of things to do with us in this country. When you look across the globe today, you see hurricane this, hurricane that, hurricane this, hurricane that, flood there, natural disasters. But what matters, there's nobody that can really say you want to stop it. It bound to happen. But when you prepare, if you add an information early, if you are pre-informed about it by necessary agencies, then the next thing you should do is to plan and wait for it. So that if you plan and wait for it, you can control. If it was ordinarily coming 90% to damage, to ravage, you can control it to like 20% damage, which is still manageable anyway, though the victims, nobody is supposed to be the victim, but at least if we reduce it to the barest minimum, I think it's okay. But here in Nigeria, in the recent past, I think we have just about 3 or 4 states in the country that the thing is not affect. And I monitored yesterday on the TV screen that even Lagos State, they are announcing that the thing may happen in Lagos State. It has happened in Ogun State. It has happened in so many parts of the country. Look at the way the thing damage, ravage local governments. In Kogi State, in Benue State, in Rivers State, in Delta State, in Edo State, the entire Bayelsa State. Let me just mention but a few. And the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Federal Republic of Nigeria knows that billions of properties, hectares of farmland, houses, human life is even exhuming the buried corpse in some states. And our president has not, this is a national emergency, and our president has not made any comment. This is saddened. If it happened in any part of the Western world, in the Europe, in the Middle East, in Asia, if it happened in any part of this place, You would have seen the president would have been there, and the president would have been addressing the country from 1 hour to another hour. Because when you are governing, are you governing on the lands? Are you governing on the stone, the rocks? You are governing on human. It was not caused by the government, but the government had. The government had been pre-informed. It had been predicted that something like this was going to happen. But there was no way, no action of any government to mitigate or to militate against it, to come out aggressively against it, to make sure there are plans on ground that we nip this thing in the bud so that it won't cause the kind of the highest level of damages we have seen now. I wept for people in Kogi State. I wept for people in Bayelsa State. I wept for people in some local government or River State, in Benue State, in Taraba State, in Edo State, in Delta State. Look at what has happened. And we don't know the implication of this. With what has happened, life had lost. Many, we have lost so many Nigerians. So many properties have gone. So many livestock has gone. Then farmland has been ravaged. Cassava land, farmland, yam, rice. If there will be any harvest at the end of this year, what are we going to eat next year? Ban on importation of foreign rice. Then the local rice will not be produced. That is, those people that will manage to smuggle this rice, or the people that have the rice in stock in Nigeria, a bag of rice by March next year, a bag of rice may cost up to like 100,000 naira. A tuber of yam that we were buying 300 naira before, we're now buying some tubers of yam now, 3,000 naira. And when they were doing good harvest, but because of the Boko Haramists or whatever banditry and others, now that the farmers are even dead, their farmland has been swept off, so there won't be harvest at all. A tuber of yam, if anybody have any yam in the yam ban now, a tuber of yam will be sold for 6,000, 7,000 next year. So even if you have the money, it won't be affordable. And affordability matters. But this time around, the availability will be zero, affordability will be zero, then consumability will be zero, and people will just be dying. Some people will just stand on the main road and fall because no food. The situation is bad, but we are facing the worst situation. It's not, I'm not being pessimistic anyway, but this, I'm being realistic. Nigerian government, you are first of all a Nigerian. Any state in this country is first of all in Nigeria before they become state. Sometimes ago it was region. That time there were no states. Sometimes ago 12 states. Later 18 states. Before we get to where we are now. What is the federal government doing? It is like the issue that there was problem at home and the father sat upstairs relaxing and tell the brothers to be solving the problem. That means the father is useless. Because If there is problem at home and the father is relaxing upstairs and said the children should be settling the problem, that means he has lost the position of being the father. To me, there's no need to respect the presidency of the Federal Republic of Nigeria if it should have to do with lives and properties. We are just we are in the era of Boko Haram, bandit, terrorists here and there. That one is enough load, yoke on Nigerians. Now this one has come in. There was pre-information that we are going to experience something like this, but nobody cares. If you had it that flood may enter your house, possibly you carry some valuables and take away. Possibly you are no longer living in that. Maybe you just come to that house in the afternoon, in the evening, you find somewhere to go just because you have been pre-informed. Government did not do anything to nip the situation in the bud. One, it has happened. What is the work of the Ministry of that line ministry, humanitarian affairs or whatever they call it, the conduit pipe where they siphon all the money in Nigeria officially? Have they been there in Bayelsa? Have they been there in Delta? Have they been there in Edo? Have they been there in Taraba? Have they been there in Kogi? Have they been there in Benue? Have they been there in Ogun? Have they been there in Ondo? Where are they? It's a pity. The president has not opened his mouth to say nothing. Under this problem, they are giving national award to riffraff. Under this problem, during this period, they are giving some governors that have looted their state and grant, some ministers, they are giving them a performance award. Under this, they are campaigning here and there. Bola Tinubu is there, telling lies. That one do not know what he is saying again. What Bola Tinubu is talking yesterday, I'm not running for 500 yards. I'm not running for 1,000 yards. I'm not fighting WW boxing. Wow, that is the president. That is the president we are hoping to be our president. Is there anywhere in the world that they run any race they call yard? I know of meter, 500 meter, 100 meter, 1,000 meter. I don't know where they have been running race of a yard. And that is the person. That person that mentally dementiated. That person with mental lobotomy. Some part of his brain had been surgically removed. And that is the person APC is still selling. Under this government, if Nigerians are normal, nobody supposed to be thinking of voting for APC. Voting for APC? Bola Tinubu contradicted himself. The manifesto shows us that he's going to begin something afresh. But he is telling us another thing, that he's going to start from where Buhari will stop. Continue, build on what Buhari has done. Build on poverty. Build on lack of education, lack of health, lack of electricity, power, lack of security, hyper increase in the price of commodity, consumables and others. You understand? That is somebody we are talking about. I was trying to monitor channel television saying working biology program yesterday. I saw Femi Fani-Kayode. Femi Fani-Kayode that cannot win a award in Ile-Ife, where he comes from. Femi Fani-Kayode that rubbish APC, call them all sort of names, call Tinubu all sort of names. Femi Fani-Kayode today is one of the spokespersons of APC. Shameless people. or Punishment Congress. What's the name of this guy? This one that has abandoned his ministerial duties now. Festus Keyamo. Festus Keyamo that took Bola Tinubu to court sometimes ago in Lagos for certificate forgery and others. Today is now selling Bola Tinubu to us. Nigeria, we are funny in this country. And I know it's millions. Dollar, that is what is working. You understand? So later now they will bring somebody like Femi Fani-Kayode to go and be a minister in Nigeria. Ah, my God, oh, I weep for this nation. Oh. But God Almighty will not allow all that. I look at them. What is the performance index of APC in government? Security-wise, economy-wise, education-wise, health-wise, and any other way. They have performed. They were interviewing what's the name of Keyamo yesterday on a rise in the night, 8 o'clock. He was blabbing that yes, we have not performed high, but we have not performed zero. Are we expecting them to perform zero? These people are shameless. They are still talking about what PDP did after almost 8 years. You have not been able to correct. You have not been able to direct. You have not been able to repair. You have not been able to do any new to do any new thing. And you are still referring back. Yeah, we know that security was bad that time. We knew that corruption was bad that time. That was why we vote for you people for change, but change from better to worse. We fell from the fry pan of PDP to enter the furnace of APC. And APC, they are still coming to cajole us. What type of country is this? This cannot happen in any other part of the world. It's only in Nigeria. When many people are callous, a lot of people are moving in the street, but they are mad. A lot of